If you knew that changing one part of your life today could open a door to something you can't even imagine 5 years from now, would you do it? Even if nobody noticed, even if no one was there to support you, even if you had to start completely from ground zero as a beginner, would you do it? I'm asking because lately I've realized something. The moment you stop waiting and start saying yes to the things that really light you up, something inside of you begins to change. I've been noticing this in my own life, and I wanted to share it with you with the hopes to inspire you to take inspired action in your own life. Just a few minutes ago, I checked my YouTube dashboard before I turned this camera on to record. I have exactly 26 subscribers. And most of my videos have only been watched by a handful of people. I think we've gotten so used to seeing viral videos and hearing stories of overnight successes that we've started believing that's how it's supposed to happen for everyone. If you're a creator, it should grow quickly. It should go viral. Your product should fly off the shelves. But today, my 26 subscribers mean a lot to me, and I appreciate each one of you. Thank you for being here. This channel isn't just about building an audience. It's about being an active participant in your life. You see, I took inspired action to create this channel. And when you do that, it spills over into other areas of your life. By the way, if this is our first conversation, hi, I'm Mariah. And at 51 years old, my ultimate hope with this channel is to inspire women to return to themselves. A little background. Public speaking has always been something that I've wanted to do. When I was younger, I wanted to be a newscaster. That dream eventually faded, but the desire to inspire people never did. And more recently, I applied to give a TED Talk. I didn't get it. I concluded that door just wasn't meant for me. But I didn't stop there. One day it hit me as I was sitting on my couch thinking about things that bring me joy, things that I would love to do outside of my 9 to 5. I concluded that I really love connecting with women, and I have a desire to encourage and inspire women based on my experiences and what I have and what I continue to learn. I realized I was dreaming or hoping for an unlikely opportunity. And I say unlikely because I wasn't doing anything consistent to move toward that or to create that in my life. It's kind of like I was waiting for it to fall in my lap. But I realized that this opportunity already existed if I took action. I already had a camera. I already had my voice. I have my experiences and lessons. All I had to do was press record. And honestly, that's when something changed inside of me. This really isn't about YouTube. It's about choosing to do something that makes me feel good. Another example, a couple of years ago, I signed up for a group camping trip in Cordell, Georgia with Melanated Campout. Keep in mind, I live in Louisville, Kentucky. That weekend, Melanated Campout was expecting about 500 campers. Please understand this. I had no gear. I had never camped by myself. The trip was 9 hours away. I didn't know anyone who was going to be there. On top of all of that, Hurricane Helene showed up earlier that week. So everything about that situation gave me a reason to stay home. But guess what? I went anyway. I went anyway and had an amazing weekend. And when I came home, I realized that it wasn't just camping that I had fallen in love with. I had fallen in love with the feeling of trying something new and stepping out of my comfort zone, not putting restrictions on myself. I fell in love with trusting myself. I fell in love with the feeling of realizing that I was more capable than what I have given myself credit for. It made me feel brave. And since then, I've started paying attention to when those feelings surface, the feelings that come from taking inspired action, stepping outside of my comfort zone. I'm realizing that consciously redesigning your life doesn't always begin with a huge decision. Sometimes it begins with one small decision that simply brings you happiness, that simply brings you joy, that simply brings excitement to your life. And maybe for you, it isn't YouTube. Maybe it's not even camping. But if it is camping, I'm your girl. Hey, camp cousin. I will be your partner. But maybe it's something you've been quietly thinking about for years, or something that you've convinced yourself is impractical or silly, or maybe you even told yourself that you're too old to begin. Whatever it is, I wonder what would happen if you just stopped waiting and just explored it. Start with that. Just explore it. Because here's what I'm discovering. I don't need to know where this YouTube channel is going. I don't even need to know exactly where my life will be 5 years from now. I'm doing this because the act of doing it makes me feel alive today, and that's what feels good. When was the last time you did something because it made you feel alive, or because it's something that you truly enjoyed? You weren't doing it because it would make you money, and you weren't doing it because someone expected you to do it. You weren't doing it because you were trying to prove anything. You did it because it made you feel alive. I think somewhere along the way, we've started believing that the reward is at the finish line. That once we become successful or confident, or once we have everything figured out, then we get to enjoy our lives. I'm starting to believe the opposite. I think the reward is becoming the kind of person who's willing to begin, who's willing to be awkward, who's willing to be a beginner, who's willing to be seen before everything is finished or polished. Because every time you choose to try something new, you're changing more than just your daily routine. You're changing the direction of your life. You never know who you'll meet. You don't know what connections you'll make. You don't know what opportunities may present. You don't know what you'll discover about yourself. You'll never know unless you begin. I don't know where this journey ends, and for the first time, I genuinely don't care, because I'm enjoying the woman that I'm becoming today. So let me leave you with the same question I've been asking myself. What have you been waiting to start because you've been waiting for the right time? Maybe the right time isn't something you find. Maybe it's something you decide. Think about that. Thank you for spending a little time with me today. Whether there are 26 of us or 26,000 someday, thank you for being here. Until next time, take care of your inner wick.